Okay, so here we go with yet another Masters of the Universe Origins unboxing, and this is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Trapjaw from the cartoon collection with that Filmation-inspired logo, since it's inspired by the Filmation cartoon. Got Castle Grayskull in the background. Very cool-looking package. Nice piece of artwork on the back with He-Man facing off against Trapjaw, and we can see him munching on that Eternium Rock. Includes Eternium Rock, and twist and turn into powerful battle positions. Cross all artwork on the back with Teela, which we've already gone over her, Trapjaw himself, and Merman and Stratos, neither of which I've actually seen at retail yet. The only two I've seen of these have been Trapjaw and Teela, and apparently they're in a case with the Origins Zodak, which is getting a re-release. So if you didn't get a chance to use Zodak, there's another chance for you at Walmart right now. So go check those toy aisles. That is the Origins, the standard Origins version of Zodak, not a Filmation version. Just so we're perfectly clear, it is a re-release, and a lot of people didn't get a chance to get that figure the first time around. I already have him, so I'm not looking to buy him again. But if you're interested in my thoughts on that figure, I did do a video on him, so go and check that out once you're done with this one, of course. So let's go ahead and open them up. Peel that off the back. And then we have our mini comic. Just kind of stuck to the package a little bit. And it's the same mini comic that we had for Teela. So if you want to see me read the mini comic, go back and check out the Teela review. And of course, we've got our little sheet that tells us how he breaks down into pieces. And then we have Trapjaw himself. And that brings us to a problem that I have with the figure. But let's go over the accessories first. And then I'm sure you can guess what that problem is. So first of all, we do have the Eternium Rock. And it does have a little more narrow spot down at the bottom where I'm guessing you can grab a hold of that. And then we have his Lasertron. So that's what that looks like. Looking very much like what the original figure came with. And then we have this hook. And they do have the little hooks, not like hook, like it's the hook they attaches to his hand, but the little hooks on the side of it that attach to the belt. So you can hang whichever accessory you're not using on his belt. Now, that brings us to one of the problems with this figure that I've already noticed, is that he only comes with 2 of his attachments. He does not include the pincer claw, which is unfortunate. But let's go ahead and just concentrate on what we have. So this is a really tight fit getting this Lasertron in there. But there's what he looks like with that. And then we have the hook. And again, pretty tight fit. There's what he looks like with the hook. Let's go ahead and put the Lasertron on the belt, since we've got the hook on there now. All right, so I really like the colors on this. They really pop. Very accurate to the original figure and also accurate to the Filmation cartoon. You can see like one of the differences between the original figure and the Filmation cartoon is that they made a lot more of the parts on him pink or maroon or whatever you want to call that color, fuchsia. I don't know. To me, it looks like pink, but it looks a little more maroon on the original figure. But you know, the cartoon, they wanted it to be bright and shiny, so it's kind of like a hot pink kind of color. So, but they made his arm that color, I guess probably because it made it easier to animate than a black arm. And same with his boots. It helped a lot of the details pop out a lot more than if they were just black boots. So, but they are still a lot more simplified than the original Trapjaw's boots. So they don't have quite as much detail to them. So let's go over his articulation. Trapjaw can look up about that far. He can look down about that far. He can tilt his head quizzically from side to side, which makes sense because he's kind of an idiot, so he should look confused a lot. He does have an articulation at the jaw, and it goes all the way up like that. Makes him look kind of like Poop Deck Pappy. And it goes all the way down about that far. That's about as far as it was in the package. So technically, this piece of armor on his side should be removable if we pull the arm off. So you can take that off. And I do notice that these are not the same parts that we saw on the Masters of the Universe origin, the regular Origins, not the Filmation Origins. So he's got like an all new sculpted chest and all new sculpted arm, and I'm guessing this is ones that the first wave would have looked like this, but I never got any for the first wave because I never saw any from the first wave. I might have bought some if I had have actually seen them, but of course I made my own Filmation versions of He-Man and Skeletor already. But I'd probably buy the ones Mattel made because I like the stuff Mattel makes generally. So arms move up about that far. Obviously, the regular arm moves up a bit more than the robot arm because it's a little more bulky. Arms rotate all the way around the shoulder, although I accidentally popped the arm off that time, so we got to pop that back in. But yeah, they'll rotate all the way around at the shoulder. We have an elbow articulation, rotates all the way around and bends about that far, and then of course the has an articulation at the elbow and rotates at the both the elbow and at the. Does it rotate at the shoulder? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. It does kind of a little bit, but I don't know if it's really intended to. So, and then of course, wrist articulation. Wrist rotates all the way around and has a hinge that moves it back and forth. And technically, this is articulated, but it pegs in, so I don't know if that really counts. So, leg kicks up about that far. Got about that range of motion at the knee. Ankle points down about that far, points up about that far, and it kind of tilts and swivels because it's on that kind of rocker ankle kind of joint. So he wound up being really cool. I'm glad that I didn't pass on this figure because I do think he works a lot better when he's in hand than just looking at him in a package at the store. I like the way they did his eyes. He's got this crazy look to his eyes. And that's actually more accurate to how the eyes were done on the original figure than the first Origins figure is, because they gave him kind of those black eyes with the white pupils, and he didn't have any eyebrows. Like I don't know why they decided to paint his face in that way, but this looks a lot more like the original toy. And he's got the loop on the top of his head that you're supposed to be able to hook a string through there and have him slide down the string through the loop on his helmet. So I am a little disappointed that he did not come with the claw accessory. But if I'm being honest about it, I kind of feel like the hook is the default one, and that the Lasertron is the one that I probably got the most play out of when I was a kid. So, yeah, technically, if you're only going to pick two, those are the two to pick. But man, couldn't they got that other one in there? Anyway, like with the Tila, it is kind of, I think, inspired by a specific episode of the show. And I remember this one where Trapjaw ate this, and it gave him like ridiculous OP powers. So you can have him holding the Eternium Rock like he's about to chow down on it. It almost looked like he's holding a glass chicken leg. So yeah, pretty cool figure. I'm pretty happy with this one. So again, pretty short review, especially since I didn't read the comic book. But like I said, go watch that Tila review if you want to see me read the comic book, because it's the same one. So anyway, that's pretty much it for Trapjaw. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're just wanting to see me talk more about Trapjaw, I do have the Masterverse New Eternia Trapjaw figure coming up, because I picked that up recently. So you'll be able to see me talk more about this guy in the future. And if you want to make sure you don't miss that, please make sure you like and subscribe. All the fun YouTube stuff down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Trapjaw, both the figure, this specific figure, and the character in general. I just realized the other figure I opened up today, Brainiac, both these guys are wearing pink. Kind of a fun coincidence there. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will talk to you next time. Bye.